The priest began screaming before the tape reached the first minute. His eyes bled as he begged us to turn it off, even though the screen was still black. That was when the church doors locked themselves. The tape came from the basement archive of St. Maro Church, sealed inside a box, wrapped with rusted wire and red wax. No label. No date. Only a warning written in shaking ink. Do not listen alone. Do not finish the recording. We were archivists, trained to preserve history, not obey fear. That mistake cost us everything. The sanctuary lights dimmed as the tape clicked into the old player. A low hum filled the room, vibrating through the wooden pews and into our bones. At first, there was only static, a thing, slow and deep, as if something vast was sleeping close to the microphone. The sound made my teeth ache. Father Calder stood behind us, clutching his rosary so tightly his knuckles turned white. He whispered prayers that tangled over each other. When the breathing grew louder, the candles bent away from the altar, flames stretching sideways like they were being pulled. A voice emerged from the tape. Not words at first, wet movement, like a tongue dragging across stone. Then it spoke. Let me remember you. The walls of the church groaned. Old murals cracked, paint flaking to the floor like dead skin. Father Calder screamed and collapsed, blood streaming from his eyes and nose. He begged us to destroy the tape, to break it, burn it, bury it beneath the church. The player did not respond when we reached for the stop button. The tape continued. The voice named us one by one. Not our names, but our sins, things we never confessed. Thoughts we buried so deeply we believed they were gone. With each truth spoken, the air grew heavier. Breathing felt like inhaling water. The stained glass windows darkened, colors bleeding into black shapes that shifted and writhed. I smelled iron and damp earth. Beneath the hum of the tape, another sound grew louder, scratching from below the floorboards. We tried to flee. The doors did not open. The pews twisted, wood creaking as if alive, blocking the aisles. Shadows gathered along the walls, stretching upward into tall shapes with too many joints. The tape reached the 30-minute mark. The voice changed. It no longer came from the speakers. It came from the church itself, from the ceiling, from the altar, from inside my skull. You listened. Now you will carry me. The floor cracked open at the center of the sanctuary. A pit yawned wide, exhaling a stench of rot and incense. Hands reached up from the darkness. Human hands at first, then others. Long fingers, split knuckles, skin that moved like it was crawling. One of my colleagues was pulled screaming into the pit. The sound cut off instantly, like a cord severed. The tape player began to smoke. The reel inside spun faster, shrieking. Symbols burned themselves into the walls, old and wrong, twisting my vision when I tried to look away. Father Calder crawled toward the altar, sobbing. He pressed his forehead to the stone and prayed for forgiveness. The altar split open, swallowing him whole. I was alone when the tape reached the final segment. The voice softened. You will leave. You will share me, too. You'll bring me new ears. The church doors unlocked. The tape ejected itself from the player and landed at my feet, warm and humming like a living thing. Against every instinct, I picked it up. The box was heavier now. I ran. The church stood silent behind me, untouched from the outside. No screams, no damage. It's just a locked building waiting for its next service. That was 3 weeks ago. I mailed copies of the tape to every archive I could find. Libraries, museums, churches, universities. I do not remember doing it, but the receipts are real. Tonight, my phone rang. A voicemail played on its own, breathing, slow and deep. Then a familiar voice whispered, "Let me remember you." If you enjoyed the story, please Please like and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for listening.